And these guys can't wait to get started, so let's hop into the game. First match of the day, and it's going down on what is my new favorite map, Abyssal Reef.
Well, the good news is most pros apparently think it's okay, so you might actually see it. It won't be the new Catalina.
I'm surprised the pros are okay with the way the Nationals choked off. But anyways, the BTSL has some interesting formats, but today's broadcast is likely going to be a bit of a short and sweet one, if you will. We got the best of 3 round of 8 here, then 2 best of 5 semifinals and a best of 5 grand finals. That being said, though, let's hop into the first match of the day. Quick reminder that this tournament is powered by Twitch, and thanks to them, we're able to make this happen. Spawning in the bottom right side of the map, we do have the blue Terran player, the almighty ByuN. In fact, the ByuN and only.
In the top left, as the red Zerg, he is Impact.
Yes, that is some excellent copy pasta I've seen before on his behalf.
Yeah. Well, yet again, I have to ask if it's okay to spoil GSL 2 nights ago.
I feel like now it's okay, but this is that warning, guys. If you really still haven't seen GSL, please cover your ears and go la 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 really
this
loudly.
This wasn't last night's, or 24 hours ago or whatever, but it's the night before, so it had ByuN in it. There's your warning. All right, there it is. So ByuN actually is not playing super well lately, for whatever reason. Like, nothing has really changed.
Do you think the Devil's Curse is finally worn off?
Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so here's my theory, all right? Now stay with me, okay?
Okay,
so ByuN did lose.
Got my tinfoil hat. I'm good to go.
He lost his GSL, and he lost like a couple tournaments before that. Well, I think what it is that everyone officially knows that Terran is overpowered at this point. Like, it's a pretty good race, right?
Oh, I'm following you.
ByuN's superpower only comes when Terran most needs him. When they're vastly underpowered and need someone to show them the way.
Okay, I'm with you on this. I thought you were going a different direction with it, though, and I thought this was going to be the, like, Flash losing MLG logic of just kind of, he doesn't really want to get Terran nerfed with everyone talking about Liberators and Widow Mines.
Oh, no.
So he tones it back.
No. The other Terrans the other Terrans are not in on that, if that is the case.
No, but you're absolutely correct. ByuN has gone from unstoppable, unkillable beast to actually just really fantastic player, which is not a bad downgrade, but seriously, the way this guy was playing towards the end of 2016, it really did not look like there's a single player in the world that could beat him.
Yeah, and there wasn't, and that's why he won BlizzCon, so. But it's really changed from that, you know? It's even his games that he plays, that he loses, aren't like the, oh, well, like, that happens to everyone. It's kind of like, oh, like, you made a serious mistake, man. Like, what's up with that? There's a couple of highlights, actually, on Reddit about his GSL group where it was just like ByuN's number one attribute for his play has always been his confidence, but outside of that, I think we can say he's not that super confident of a guy, and it seems like his, personality is starting to affect his gameplay. He'll make a lot of indecisive moments, which can hurt any race. Well, usually it doesn't hurt Terran the most, but like that was usually his strong suit, so now it's not.
We're also seeing a bit of struggle out of him to an extent too, I feel, in terms of this matchup for ByuN used to be 2-1-1 all the time, always, never anything different, and it worked for like 4.5, 5 months. Lately, he's been throwing in a lot of these new Hellbat builds, going with these Hellion openers, and I don't think these are bad or wrong necessarily, but look what's coming his way, right? This is a big deal. Those Lynx brought the Reaper back home. It never got that proper scout, so Impact's gonna hit him with roaches, and he's not prepared for it. And I'm sorry to say, but this defense does not look suitable. There's not a full wall off. There's 2 angles of attack. And again, there's roaches and ravagers coming in. No bunker down.
I'm not gonna draw. Oh, on the hot scale.
At least he saw the roaches with like a tiny bit to go. So he tries to pull the SCVs and buy time on the high ground, but he does only have Hylians. Like that's, even if they all splash every single roach, it's not a lot of damage.
Did you say Hylians? Like, Legend of Zelda?
Whatever, man.
No, but you're right. Like, and the other part about this too for Impact was his Overlord was driven off. You guys probably caught that earlier with ByuN pushing that back with the Marines. That was actually a huge deal because now this Overlord has to come in if he wants high ground vision. But it's not going to be able to get to the top of that ramp anytime soon, and a Siege Tank and a Liberator both start up. So ByuN's defenses will be solid eventually. It's a little bit rough now and a little bit scary now, but I think that the tank should solidify his ability to take the natural. The Impact dedicated a lot to this too. Look at that worker count, guys. You don't easily recover off of 19 drones when you cut them this early.
Yeah, but he is a pretty good army to go back home and try and drone. It's just that he's not trying. Like, he's making more lings, and he's gonna have to bust really soon, or there will be more than just a tank.
Well, so here's the thing, though, right? One tank still isn't that big of a deal.
Why? Okay, well, let's probably we just like put down 4 him.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was gonna say, if the siege tank sieges up, the Ravagers are looking for that corrosive bile, but it's not gonna matter. Full surround of the lings. Roach is flying everywhere. Ravagers looking for the corrosive shots, and there's just not a lot left. ByuN's already taking some losses. His SCV count's holding pretty decent, though. I will give him that much. But Impact has evened up the worker count. 10, 11 workers killed.
Vikings at the land. Not feel too
helpful.
helpful.
You know what? Him lowering that depot may have actually been a really smart move, just thinking on it now. Now, not because, oh, he lost a bunch of units, that really sucks, but look at this. Because Impact didn't have to stop to bust the wall, there's no easy way for his reinforcements to get in. I'm not saying he did that on purpose and this was like super meta, but it worked out that way, and it was kind of cool to see.
It might have worked out that way. I mean, ideally, they have to take the time to bust it, and you have a SCV ready to throw it on the sweaty but again, when they're not looking, but... yeah, I guess it still worked out in a way. And the game really isn't over even after busting the main. Like, ByuN at 17 SCVs on 2 bases is still better than Impact.
Really important dynamic happened on the other side of the map, too, where ByuN had tried to get some counter damage done with the Liberator. We were busy looking elsewhere, so sadly we missed it. But didn't kill any workers. I guess it was just combination Queens and Larva, so unfortunately that Liberator doesn't have much to show, and Impact had pushed it off with the Queen even living through it.
That's pretty good defense. ByuN should be controlling his natural again soon. With only lings, and the Liberator now switched up. Anytime bot for Impact is good. Now, Impact's still continuing to make lings and units here, and I'm not sure another all-in's really going to work. Like, ByuN is not going to have another moment where he doesn't have anything good against units. He's going to have tanks, and Liberator, even if he gets one shot off on one roach, is still pretty useful.
Yeah, I feel like Impact got a nice bit of damage done there. Enough to at least even the game... I guess pacing out. He maybe could have thrown a third down, maybe could have just droned up behind it, but the dedication to an all-in is, well, it's dedication, frankly. That's where this game could really start falling apart for him. See all these lings over here, they're kind of useless for the time being. Causing a bit of friendly fire. Corpses flying everywhere. That Marine's arm spun into space.
I don't think ByuN realized the cancer was burning initially, but he does have an SCV repairing.
Yeah, I think that. Well, I think it was the tank splash that really set it over the edge there.
Probably.
Oh,
yeah,
he's going around north side. Interesting.
Yeah, okay. Well, either way, I mean, there's not a wall, but maybe you get more of a surround this way. But we have 2 tanks. Third one almost out. Liberator, as I said, it's going to get maybe like 1 or 2 shots. It'll still be kind of worth.
This is going to be tough, though. He's got these cursor files on the Liberator, and doing so doesn't happen for the tank. Dives on in, but Impact might be falling a little bit short here on this attack. It's not looking that good out of him.
No, and that second tank on the high ground really helped too. GG.
GG. ByuN's ironclad defense holds on for game number 1. So, fun, cool story moment with Rifkin. I went and got some hand sanitizer yesterday. I was out and about because I was like, oh, I got to touch like bus poles and stuff all day, right? Wow, that sounded lewd and I didn't need to. But this hand sanitizer I got, what is it? This is... Spring Breeze. It's like pink and super girly, but oh, it smells so nice. I'm not gonna lie, I really like the smell of this.
It's smelling girly, okay? It just means it smells amazing.
Okay, when I say smelling girly, it's got more of like a berry scent to it, and
I know
like
what
flower.
it means when
like...
people say smelly, like girl, like smelling. Like they do mean anything that's like sweets or floral. Guy smells are always like, you know, like forced and deep sea and like shit like that, right? And it just kind of smells. It smells good, but that's not sweet.
Well, that's the thing. It's a good smell. Like, it smells like a beautiful woman.
But in my opinion, like there shouldn't be any difference between the smells. All right. First of all, like
oh
if a
my
girl
god,
wants to smell
I'm
like
not
a forest,
getting into a debate of sexism over smells for you. Like this is.
Well, then it is the absurdity, isn't it? Like that smells would be gendered. But second of all, the girl smells always smell better. So. That's
they do,
my real defense.
and that's the thing too. I sit there and I use like Dove's like for men shampoo or whatever. It's got no real great smell to it, but it works and like blah blah blah. But I sit there and I remember when my sister used to live at home, her shampoos would be in the shower. And once in a while you're bored, so you're like, I wonder what this one's like, right? You'd use your shampoo and it would smell so good. You smell like fucking lavender or like vanilla, and I'm just like, none of my shampoo smells this good.
Yeah. I think I've probably smelled like one or two like good like guy smells, I suppose. Like there's actually, believe it or not, some Axe that smells okay if you don't overuse it.
Hold on. I just want to point out, we've had issues with Koreans kind of having really bad English for some of the maps. This is the best one I've seen yet. I was trying to figure this out. What map is ANU ground? Anu ground.
I got
On the ground. Honor grounds. This is amazing. Thank you, by the way. We've had, sorry, with the whole muck-up at the start of this stream, we missed some people giving us some love. And Mr. Boris Makarov donated $10 to kick off the stream. Simply says, hi. That $10, as well as most other donations, are going to be going towards our mega fundraiser. So if you guys don't know about that, type !mega in chat and learn more. We should actually have some better video content for that coming out soon. We'll discuss that if we get some downtime today. But also, Danny Gottlieb, I Am Dark Minions had a 14-month resub. Robbie Blitz for 11 months. And SC2 Dan just resubbed for his second month back to back. Thank you guys for your continued support. But as we get into game number 2, in the top left, he currently leads 1-0. ByuN to 0. It's the blue Terran ByuN.
In the top right, as the red Zerg, he is Impact.
And Superhero, good timing as well. Thank you for the 15 months. Ace Kate, Ace P, Ace Kate, Ace P, Ace Kate. Man, if there's anybody who doesn't know what our emote codes are, like the folks on YouTube who only watch this and have never seen our Twitch channel at all, they're gonna be like, why do these guys say such random things like Ace Kate? What does that even mean?
No one knows. Certainly doesn't mean cat because, you know, you just be mispronouncing it every single time.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with StarCraft, and someone in the YouTube comments is gonna get mad at me for bringing it up, but I gotta put a pause. Have you seen the new, oh god, it's so cringy, the new thing Smite did?
No.
They're like 3 years too late to this meme, where they put like a Doge skin in game, right? And the worst part about it is they really did embrace like this super cringy, very excite, much wow, ha ha ha, like is what the actual lines are. And then you've got some super, I don't know the heroes in Smite, guys, so forgive me, but like super kawaii girl just kind of like, oh my Doge, and like, it's so bad, it's so bad. The promo video they put out is so cringy.
Took them 3 years to make it, Rifkin. Give him a break.
Well, so that's the thing. A lot of the I guess the art people and developers are responding to the popular like YouTubers / Twitters that are tweeting about it, saying like basically like ha ha ha, no, we're having fun, instead of just going like, yeah, maybe this was a little bit cringy. We should have done differently. I don't know.
Hey, it's getting everyone talking about Smite. Yes, it works.
That's true. It's got at least me talking about Smite. Plus, I guess the people complaining. But, anyways, back on topic for StarCraft. I will say, the start of that last game, I was actually really worried for ByuN. I thought Impact's attack was really powerful. I thought it caught him a little bit off guard, but more importantly, the whole dynamic of scouting really was, I think, terrifying for ByuN. So I love that he gets across the map early. The 3x Reaper is certainly good payback, and he's looking to get some serious damage done here in game 2.
Yeah, this is the first time we've seen Undergrounds with 3x Reaper, and I'm not sure about it. Like,
well, the funny thing about it though is that the wide ramp almost begs that you do this just for a simpler wall off.
I suppose, and it gives you the pocket expansion, right? So you don't have to worry about walling that off. It's not bad. I can see why you would do it, and it might even be the norm, you know, like for those reasons. Plus, if the Zerg does take their natural like behind, there's quite a bit of bridge for the Reapers to jump up on, and the creep doesn't actually extend to the ramps, so the Queens would have a tough time like predicting where the Reapers are. But Impact taking this base really helps them.
It does, actually, quite a bit, because of the way the cliff dynamic works, as you just described. But this was kind of cool out of ByuN. I didn't realize what he was doing initially. I was kind of like, what? You're not throwing those grenades anywhere close to the Queens, but I realized he was trying to make it so it would hit the Queens and the larva. So the splash was just kind of getting double downed on. He does take out one of the Queens. This is starting to look a little bit messy. The Reaper control out of ByuN, maybe this is his trade-off. He's losing GSL groups, but he's finally able to use Reapers.
It's not a good trade-off, I'm gonna say.
Like, this is like one of those deals. This is one of those deals with the devils, dude. Like,
okay. Well, Ling's still trying to get this around, but there's actually another ledge that he can hop up on if he gets there.
Gonna try to. I spoke too soon.
Well, it's also a very quick reinforcement point if you get these spawns, which so far I haven't seen any other spawn except horizontal, but I know they exist.
Again, if we would just take 5 minutes out of our busy schedule to host the lobby and look ourselves, we would know.
Well, we host the lobby.
Well, okay, with ourselves in the player
Actually
slots.
look.
Yeah. So, by the way, he does still go for the third CC behind this. We've talked about this a little bit in the past. Koreans have a different version of 3 Racks Reaper than some foreigners do, but this is, I gotta say, well defended by Impact. I really was worried as soon as this Queen started going down, it usually starts to snowball very quickly, but catching ByuN's Reapers was nice. Picks off another one here. Sadly, no corpses are floating to the surface.
Yeah, I do think that Impact taking this base ended up being really smart. Not just in general, I think this probably will be the default in Honor Grounds, but also specifically for 3x Reaper. Otherwise, I think there is just like too much difficulty defending all points if you're that far away with creep, because the main bases really don't for the creep that far. So that Queen goes down. And that's good news for ByuN, who manages to hold on to a couple of Reapers at the very least.
Yeah. I want to point out, too, the third CC is really nice. Not just because you want to take it early and move, I guess, forward with the game, but the same dynamic is going to be kind of available to ByuN on the other side of the map. He wants to... Oh, we'll hold the phone on that point. Gets this around on the Reapers. Grenades aren't available. They were on cooldown for a moment, so got a little bit dicey. Still kiting back, but almost out of juice at this point. I think the Reapers are going to finally be done for at this point.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. Like, having them with the main attack can sometimes be very useful. Or even as a side attack. You don't ever really want to lose them just like that. But it's not terrible either. The resources lost, in fact, is like pretty damn even.
Yeah. The point I was going to make, though, excuse me, and I guess it's not going to be worth making anymore, is the double engineering base went in the natural. I was going to say, this isn't the craziest choke, and I can kind of see, like, you put the CC here in the middle, and then, like, the 2 engineering base to the north, and you get that sort of half wall off going on. But either way, ByuN, at some point, just taking this third, you're going to rally that army forward, and it'll be able to defend out here by the watchtowers. So overall,
Yeah.
3 bases. It's not the easiest 3-base setup we've ever seen, but it's a pretty comfortable one, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it's still pretty comfy. And I mean, how often do you really see the wall up at the third base? Not very common anymore. So.
Just trying to think, like,
Makes
maybe Echo you can make the argument for. Otherwise,
Well, back
I
in
don't know.
like, Flash was trying to make wall offs a thing, like everywhere. Like, remember on Akalon Waste, he was like walling off the third, and it took like 10 Mighty Foes. But he's like, what else am I gonna do?
Maybe that guy who built the proxy engineering bay versus Artosis was actually Flash on an alt account, and that's him starting the wall on that side of the map.
Clearly. Well, drops are going to be in favor of ByuN in these positions, so Impact, like, you still want to take this base and try and get defense, but he's a little bit late to it.
Yeah, and the Spore Call gets focused on immediately. It's not going to be any driving power to push this medevac combination away. ByuN could focus on the hatchery. I would have loved to see him actually pull back behind the mineral lines and really just extend his stay through kills, but look at that stutter step with the medevacs. Great control so far. Unfortunately, still not going to get away. And Impact, damn impressive with his defense once again.
Yeah, he managed to hold on to the drones at third base, but it's still not a great game for him. His drone count's still not amazing. Only at just getting to 60 with these last round of drones and 3 bases, so
Wait,
he could be overwhelmed.
What happened here? No SCVs died on this side of the map, right? Like, why is this deep one not finished?
Not sure.
A little bit awkward. One of the medevacs gets focused down. Once again, very nice control to Impact. Link's going to dart on instant friendly fire. Maybe. Oh, I love the Unburrow on the Widowmine. That was really smart. Focus fire on top of the Banelings. Oh, a little bit shy. And Impact once again pushes off ByuN. This is a guy we're so used to seeing just never stop attacking, and he's constantly being shoved away. That was a really good Widowmine hit, actually. 5 kills. Not bad.
Yeah, it was. Now Impact's holding on, but eventually ByuN will start attacking not into the natural, which is always like, it's going to be dangerous. It looks so tempting, but it's going to be dangerous. It's like Vonnie Research Station after 11 minutes. Okay, there's going to be like 5 missile turrets. I don't know if you actually want to drop there. That's kind of what's going to happen on Honor Grounds. It's going to be 2, maybe 3 Spore Crawlers because Zerg does not want to deal with that if they get these positions. Ditto for like ByuN. Like if ByuN had Impact's position and Impact managed to get up to Mutas, it'd be the same thing. 4 or 5 missile turrets. Like fuck that. But as soon as you start pushing towards the main attack path, what he's doing now, and even expanding that way, Impact's gonna have so pretty difficult time defending. His creep trade really isn't that amazing. Oh, run!
Off a creep. Focus fire is gonna be all right, but as you can see, he doesn't want to take that fight. Not now. Left side push coming in. We got a lot of creep he needs to clean up. Widowmine's gonna set up 2. Not that many Banelings out of Impact. He's gonna fall back behind the Marauders, but oh, that Widowmine was fan-freaking-tastic.
Yeah, it was. That was a little bit dangerous, I'd say, from ByuN pushing that far on without pre-splitting, I suppose. But it worked out, so now he still has Widow Mines that he can run back to.
Yeah, two of them still didn't go off throughout that fight, so throws that one on the front lines. Got to pick up for a moment. Play it safe, play it cool. Reinforcements arrive in the front lines. Gonna unload once again. That fourth base being set up while all of this goes on.
Yeah, this is a good game for ByuN. In fact, he's kind of in a winning position. He's up 50 army supply. Impact just never got to a really stable point. The Zerg player, he's not fast enough.
All right, well, that's going to wrap up that matchup. 2-0 for ByuN. Congratulations. Of course, for the BTSL finals, people are asking, like, did walkovers happen? No, Solar and BL actually played their matches, but they got going before anybody else because we were still trying to find players like Classic and Alive and figure out where they were. So Solar and BL were here from the get-go, and they just went. So Solar now plays against ByuN in the semifinals, which is pretty cool. Stats and Classic, I believe, are currently playing. The winner of that will play Heroes. So the bottom side of the bracket is 100% Protoss at this point. So it's ByuN or Solar versus Protoss moving forward. We should talk about the prize pool for this because, again, Twitch is supplying it. So $400 in total, $200 for first place, $100 for second, and then $50 for third and fourth. So moving forward, all players at this point are going to be receiving cash prize. Yay!
Hooray!
But computer seems to be holding up. So thumbs up as we continue moving forward with the BTSL. We're going to go to our very first commercial break of the day. I thank you guys in advance for watching. If you don't know, by the way, Golden is also streaming this. Granted, it's in Korean, but if you want to see some matches over there. I think TakeTV's casting, or was casting? I don't know. I saw him online. Maybe Naruto's not, though, because I don't see him on Team Liquid.
Yeah, I don't think so.
All right. Well, either way, you got Golden to check out as well if you guys want. Did you actually, before we go to the break, did you catch, I put this tweet out yesterday, any of Golden's casts from the IEM qualifiers? It was so, he's pretty funny and good, but the best part was, like, he had English words he was struggling with, and rather than, like, say it wrong, he would get frustrated, flustered, stop, you'd hear him type really loudly, and then Google would just say the word for him. I was like, this is the perfect solution. Well, we don't know how to say a sub's name. We just got to put it in like text to speech and let the computer handle it.
Clearly.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back in a moment and we'll get started with a brand new best of 5 when we return.